All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Right now, we finna react to a video from Seti Nash. It's entitled "Ray J Calls Out Snoop Dogg Over Death Row Money," and Ray J claims Snoop is the new Suge Knight now. So this ought to be a good one. Let's check it out.
Visionaries, remember this video. Dre's response after of course you were acquired. Oh, he didn't like it. You like it? No, he didn't like it when I bought that phone. He vocal about it. He said it. He spoke to it. He didn't like it. Good. Got that stored. Let's continue on.
Snoop, you my relative. I talked to Julian. I talked to Dash. I talked to Corrupt. I talked to everybody, and everybody's telling me you turned into a new shit. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I don't want to believe that you turned into the new shit.
Let's stop Ray J right there, because we had to know what the hell he talking about. What did Daz actually say? I'm gonna read what he wrote and then play part of this interview, because Snoop's response was kind of crazy, bro. Like, it definitely has some Suge Knight type of vibes to it. But you know what doesn't have Suge Knight type of vibe to it? That QR code or the link in the description. Start getting paid to play. It's Tuesday. Remember, Wimby, GEPU Tuesday. Well, you going to get paid Tuesday as long as you hit that QR code and tap that link in the description and get to playing some games to get paid today. That's free cash. $5 from Nash as soon as you download the app, put on your phone, and get to playing today. It's that easy, that simple. Number 2 in the Apple Store, number 3 in the Google Play Store for a reason. Now, let's get on to what the hell Daz was actually saying. I actually covered this in the whole video. Roll it.
Okay, so you own everything, so that's all your stuff. Now, you were saying something about the paw. Now, what are you talking about with the paw?
Well, like I was saying, the paw is trademarked. Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the money maker. The paw is like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, we got it, nigga. That's all we wanted, nigga, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But don't be selling my
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came?
So everything Snoop involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion, cash it for their catalog. And then he sell that shit and he just start over and make new music. It's easy.
Hey, that's a power move right there. You can get $1 billion for your catalog. That's a lot of money. Then he got the ability to start over with new artists, new music, new content, and capitalize all over again. Hey, that might be a smart business move.
You see what you know what I'm saying? I'm counting niggas pocket, but I got my own pocket. You know what I mean?
Now, how many albums is over there? At Death Row? Because you were saying that it was the Doggy Style, and there was 2 other ones you was talking about.
Yeah. The shit that I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac took all his greatest hits album, all his albums, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row? But I'm coming to get my shit, so what's going to be left on Death Row? So he got to make new catalog. And that's where all the new cats come in at, you know what I'm saying? Making new content.
All right. Now, let's finish out with Ray J. And when he says Snoop Suge, I'm going to drop a video in there real quick. Y'all going to see the similarities.
I believe that you've given everybody what they deserved, and everything that they ever didn't get, you taking over Death Row was supposed to be the one to be the savior to give everybody what they needed. Word on the street is that you haven't given anybody nothing. And you became the new shit. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I want you to respond, and I want you to tell me that you're not the new shit. I want you to tell me that you gave everybody all the publishing and all the rights and everything that they deserved. Everybody from our cousin Daz to, Julian.
Oh, look, that is, he reminded me of something. So, Ray J and Snoop is cousins. I have heard them say that before. He just said our cousin. So yeah, I think I do remember that. Them saying it, and then he said our cousin, that Ray J related to Snoop.
No, to whoever else is talking shit, right? I don't give a fuck about nobody else but niggas that's related to us.
So yeah, related to us.
I said 2 niggas that is in our bloodline.
Yeah, okay.
And you're a great person. I love you. Can you please tell everybody that I'm tripping and that you have not become Suge Knight? Because if you have, then we'll deal with that and we'll figure it out. But everybody's feelings are hurt. Nobody feels like you have come through for them. Everybody from the LBC to Carson to Compton to Los Angeles all the way up to Santa Clarita. But you've been keeping all the money and you're super rich. I love you, Snoop. Please respond to this because I'm not here to try to point the finger. But when Daz tells me something, Julian tells me something, and then there's like 20 other people that's telling me other things that are surprising. Because the last thing I thought that you would be is the new Suge Knight. Make it make sense, Snoop. Make it make sense right now. Cause I don't give a flinking. You know that. My cousin. But don't ever think that you doing people wrong is gonna I'm not gonna let it slide. What are you gonna do to me? Exactly. Let's talk about it. Let's do a sit down and let's figure out why do people say you're the new Suge? Why do people say that you're giving them over all their money? Why do people say that you're the worst person in the world right now in LA? Why? When you're my cousin. Let's figure it out. I love you, Snoop. But I also love Daz. I also love Julie. And I also love all my Crip homies and all my blood homies. Don't represent Death Row if you're Suge Knight again. Unless that's what it is. If you're Suge again, fuck it. It's Death Row.
You ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh? In a minute, I'ma fuck you up, man. On some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke as a motherfucker right now, so I'ma fuck you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone, cuz. I'ma fuck you up.
So he say, he mad now, 100. Now you want to F me up business-wise by trying to steal everything I own that was on death row by forced signature and not paying royalties since he had the label using all royalties to pay his staff. They making more than the artists I sued Suge back in the day. Should I do the same to Cuz? It's all in my name. The publishing numbers don't change unless, LOL, you a thief, you can't starve me out. I'm independent, I run my own ship. Always have. You little B.
It's crazy. But look, ain't it crazy how Ray J always in the song? Like every week, Ray J in the headlines. A few days ago, he talking about, last week, 2 weeks ago, he was talking about his heart beating at 45%. He been doing drugs and alcohol for all these years. He got his heart messed up. Then a few days ago, I seen something about his heart defibrillator or heart monitor. Yeah, that was a heart monitor. He lost his heart monitor. And he offered a reward for it. Then before then, a few days or weeks before that, he was on stage rolling around putting fake blood on his eyes. So it seemed like every damn week, Ray J involved in something else. You don't never hear nothing about no music, which he couldn't really do that nowhere, or movies. You just hear about some craziness Ray J involved in every single week.
I'm confused. Can you please make light of what we're going through right now on the West Coast? Snoop, my cousin, sincerely, Ray J.
But at the same time, he didn't know what I was doing. Nobody did. It just looked like, why the fuck is he buying a bag of problems when he's living a life of success and not having to deal with it? Why would he bring that back into his life? But they didn't understand what I seen. I seen my legacy. I seen certain things that was connected to me that needed to be finished as far as like unfinished business. And also to protect my legacy by putting some beautiful music in Death Row and putting some happy times in Death Row and some life rather than death.
How does he feel about it now?
He loves it. He represents it. He's down with it. I bought all the homies Death Row jackets. They said, "Well, my Death Row jacket at?" I said, "I ain't know you wanted one, girl."
Now, I want to go through something that I found right when I was researching this. And the thing that I found is that we all are not privy to what actually is being bought by Snoop. And there are so many individuals. I know Warren G, I know Cocaine. So when I say this shit, it's like, damn, I gotta be careful because I can't get a call, and that call gonna end up being a whole hour of, listen, you wasn't there, you don't know it. So here's where I believe the mix-up comes from. I'm gonna read y'all something very important, right? And I found out, and just bear with me. So when Snoop Dogg bought Death Row Records in 2022, he didn't just buy a record label. The deal mainly gave him control of the brand intellectual property and parts of the catalog/business tied to the label. But some famous albums and masters were not included. Here's the breakdown. The Death Row brand, the biggest asset. Snoop bought the Death Row Records brand, name, and trademark from MNRK Music Group, controlled by Blackstone. That includes the Death Row name, the Electric Chair logo, merchandising rights, that's hoodies, shirts, products, etc. Licensing the brand for media products and partnerships. This alone is huge because Death Row is one of the most iconic brands in hip-hop history. But it doesn't really matter because we are not caring about that 30 years later like that. Parts of Death Row music catalog. He also gained control over many recordings released through the label, including music tied to his albums. Doggy Style, The Dog Father, Dog Food, and then Death Row soundtracks like Murder Was the Case and Above the Rim. Various classic West Coast tracks from the label era. So he didn't get to own the shit that y'all really believe. You see what I'm saying? I didn't see too much of this shit. Now his biggest album, the Doggy Style shit, hell yeah. So it then goes on to say owning catalog rights means he can make money from streaming, sync deals, reissues, licensing, publishing IP rights. Snoop said he acquired masters, publishing connections, intellectual property, and the label infrastructure that gives him control over how the music is used commercially. What he did not get, some of the biggest albums were not included. Dr. Dre, The Chronic, and Tupac Shakur, some masters tied to his estate and other labels. Those rights were and stayed with Interscope. So the deal went like this. Snoop got with a big time company that had $1 billion. They bought all of that shit. Snoop got paid. Snoop spent his money for some of his masters on a lot of his shit and got it back in his possession. He ended up removing in 2022 all the Death Row shit from off of everything. No, nothing. Off of Spotify, off of everything. It all got wiped. But it didn't get wiped because Snoop Dogg said so. It got wiped because Snoop Dogg convinced the owners of the music to re-release it and then basically drop it like that. And it actually ended up working. Here's where everybody, and I mean everybody who ain't Snoop, is actually right. Snoop, you were given the ability to buy your masters. There are people who helped in some of those songs that you buy. Mm-hmm. You admitted way before you got screwed out of your masters with Suge, and that's how you ended up getting your stuff now. So the question is, why would you repeat the same cycle? Now, if I'm Snoop Dogg, I'm thinking to myself a couple of things. One, y'all could have hit me on the under. Now, if he's ignoring people and all that, which I'm pretty sure that's what's being said, all right, cool, then F him anyways. But here's where things get real interesting, right? And I don't know this to be true. If they were given the opportunity to invest money to get their rights back for their shit, to pay for it, like, bro, don't just depend on my dollars. Like, nigga, I need some of y'all to pay for some of this shit too. Yeah. If they were given that part, then I don't believe they deserve shit. Just gonna be honest. Or if they didn't have the money, then so be it. But I believe Snoop should absolutely give them percentages of the song. That's me. That's me. So I hear it, but it's like, bro, let me go ahead and talk to those same people, bro, so I can get my shit broke off as well. You know? Yeah. they own a lot of shit over there at Death Row, especially Daz. Daz was doing music over there. Daz was doing beats. He wasn't just rapping.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this shit about Daz.
Daz was making all them beats. A lot of people think it was Dre, but it really was Daz. I remember that back in the day. You look at all them Death Row albums, and you're going to see Daz listed as a producer giving credit on the album. So, yeah, he is right about that.
This was a producer, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the nigga always had them beats that just seemed to go with his flow. Yeah, no shit. I made the beat. So, when I hear these things and I see these things, it's like, damn, bruh. But I ain't seen Battle Cat say nothing. That's really the big homie, you know what I'm saying? Cocaine, that's Warren G, is big respect, you know what I'm saying? Big love towards him, you know what I'm saying? That's family, but it just seemed like Snoop, bro, you doing some of the same shit that you accuse other people of doing. You got your masters, but can I be free too? Can I eat off the shit I helped you create? If we both created the song, shouldn't I get something, nigga? So that's the part where it's like, damn. And that's what Ray J is ultimately talking about. He's just being mysterious with it. So, yeah, that's the story, man. Sucks, but money. Everybody ain't eating good because everybody ain't had the opportunity to get to the damn bowl. They only fed a spoonful of shit in the 90s with promises that the 90s was going to live forever. And things we were going to do were going to stay forever. But youth is ever fleeing, and old age is a constant. We get there sooner than we think. You feeling what we spilling, man? Hit that like button. It helps the channel grow tremendously. If not, tomatoes in it.
Yeah, man. I think Snoop, we got Death Row. He got some newfound power. I mean, maybe having a little power ego trip. I hate this. They get titled the new Suge Knight. We know how Suge was doing to everybody. Suge was straight not paying nobody, dogging everybody out. So for them to say that, man, then Ray J, like I say, every week, you probably can Google Ray J name right now, and there's a whole list of scandals just from 2026 alone that's gonna come up. So it wasn't really shocking to see Ray J bringing up something else. Like I say, he had the heart being at 45%. Yeah, he's still outperforming. For your heart being half-beat, you can probably barely walk up 5 steps, let alone be on stage rolling around and jumping around and putting fake blood on your ass. So don't nobody believe that. So no. But hopefully, Snoop, him and Daz, his cousins can work it out and everything, will be fine, But hey, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And peace. I'll catch y'all in this video.